Hello and welcome to Square Roots, the classic RPG live stream. My name is Matthew Van Zandt. Live show. And
Live play. Hey.
Live
play. That's a trademark. Copyright.
I feel like somebody's used that before. I don't think you just came up with that.
I just did.
Anyway, I'm Matthew Van Zandt, and below me is my good friend Jimothy Banks.
Hello.
We are two of the hosts of the Square Roots podcast, and we decided to get into this live streaming thing, while it's still new and relatively unheard of.
Mm-hmm. First on the platform.
Yeah. And it's just the two of us again this week. We're still hoping that the rest of the hosts one day decide to join us. We'll see. But for now, we are playing Final Fantasy VI. Yay!
Yeah.
This is part 7, I think? Already has gone way longer than I'd hoped. I'll be honest with you. I kind of thought we would knock this out. I kind of thought we would knock this out quick, but I guess not. That's all right.
Well, didn't we play the whole first week or two that we played? They didn't have the boosts, the cheats in there, remember?
Yeah. I'm just going to get us started. If you're joining us for the first time, we don't actually do a lot of talking about the game as it progresses, other than things that catch our eye. We do more chit-chatty stuff. Oh no, I forgot to write up my great things. I'm going to send you a couple of pictures real quick, and Jay McDavid says he can't believe we never got Mog. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, Jay. We're not trying super hard to do a completionist run. We're just kind of having fun with it.
This is more of a vibes-based playthrough.
I am going to try and keep Shadow. In fact, Jim, I'm going to need you to look that up at some point tonight, because I know that we have to wait for him, but I can't really remember.
You have to wait for him until the timer is almost done, right? You know what? I'll look it up.
It is that you have to wait until the timer's almost done. That's definitely part of it. But
wait until the timer has only 5 seconds remaining.
Oh, so there's going to be a timer on screen.
Yeah. Then Shadow will appear and return to Terra's side.
Oh, I thought I had a third one of these, but I only have 2. But I'm going to send you these because later on, I don't want you to say anything about it right now, but later on I'm going to ask you a question about these 2 pictures that I just sent you in a new segment that I came up with today. That I'll do when I get kind of bored of whatever we have to talk about. There also was a great Xbox Live Direct today, so you can expect the return of everybody's favorite segment, Would You Blather? As in, Jim, would you please blather on about this news that happened while I play this fucking video game?
Oh man, I don't even know. Hold on, I gotta look it up.
J-Mug is cute, but I'll be honest with you, every time I've played this game, didn't use him, so kind of not that concerned.
Here we go.
Oh, that's right.
There's gonna be a game called Unknown 9 Awakening.
Hey, not now. Later on.
Oh.
Alright, that's for deeper in the stream when we kind of need something to talk about.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, I'm having my delicious High Lies again because I am an alcoholic. And, Mog needs a stupid name too. Well, Artie, if you know how we can get Mog after this, you let me know and maybe we'll go do it. I've never used Mog. I don't care for that type of character. Small furry animals. Fuck them, I hate them.
What do you feel about Kate Sith?
Kind of hate Kate Sith, yeah. Yeah, not a fan. Never been a fan. Like the cat. Don't like the big, creepy Mog robot. They're both robots.
Makes sense.
I don't want to talk about Kate Sith. I don't want to talk about Final Fantasy VII. I don't want to think about it. Is Interceptor
we have
right?
Rebirth at our fingertips.
I mean, you say that. You have been playing Rebirth. Why don't you give us some non-spoiler thoughts on Rebirth?
Sure. Yeah. I love it so far. I think the open world can be a bit clunky in terms of navigating the terrain, but overall, it feels super polished. It's a super fun RPG experience. all the side characters are like, you know, like the ones that they're bringing back from the original are such fucking weirdos. Like, you wonder if that was always their intention to make them all like fucking freaks, but I'm I'm really enjoying it. It's like definitely pacing its story really well. It's I feel like it's it's good. Like, I'm having a great time with it.
I also have played a bit. Probably, I think I'm at around 8 hours ish. My only real complaint is that I feel like the game is taking a lot it's taking a lot of liberties with like my ability to play the game. Like, not just in terms of a lot of cutscenes, of which there do seem to be just a buttload, but also in terms of like, we complained about this when we did Remake on the podcast, which is that the game loves to take control of your characters and be like, you have to walk slow now because we want you to walk slow, and I fucking hate that.
It's like, we need all this dialogue to come out. No, I agree with you. I feel like that's definitely more prominent in like the first part of the game, and whenever you reach a new like big area, you get some of that. But I feel like the game knows when to, okay, like, it's exploration time. You can run around for a while. At least that's been my experience so far.
Yeah, for sure. Just like the first like 5-ish hours, I felt like the game was like,
oh,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
you're on our fucking terms now, and I just want to play. And then I did get to the first kind of big open area, and you know, like I'm into it. I'm not against it.
Yeah, I like that the game starts you out with there's like an auto unique ability materia and like an auto cast materia, which like makes, like, if you don't want to mess with the other characters in your party, you can just put that on them, and like Aerith will always be healing when it's time, and you can give one to Barret and he's always doing overcharge. And so like it kind of automates a lot of the more manual pieces of combat if you're the kind of player that doesn't want to like control any of the secondary characters.
I mean, I'm very much not. I love RPGs and controlling multiple characters, but not while I'm also trying to play a live action game. Like, I like being able to tell them to do things. I don't want to have to tell them to do things.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Nobody can use that thing? Is it a...
Not a Masamune, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Murasami.
I guess I can't use it with any of these characters? Oh, it's probably for what's-his-face. Anyway, but I like the first area, the Chocobo stuff, you know? Like, that's pretty cool. I like me a Chocobo. I like the combat so far. You know, it's not that dissimilar from the first one. One thing that kind of, I don't want to say it bugs me so much as, like, I just kind of wish that they had done something more with when you're walking around on the field and you get into a fight, you've got your 3 characters that you're fighting with, and then you can kind of see the other 2 characters, you know, like hanging back.
Oh, yeah, in the background.
And like, I very much just have, like, say Barret's not in my party, just have him occasionally firing at them and doing like minor chip damage or something. Just do something.
He does
with
that.
them. Does he?
Well, like, I don't know if it's actually done damage, but I've seen him on the back line, like, shooting.
Interesting.
Yeah. Especially if there's flying enemies, like, pan the camera around and keep an eye on him, because he will fire the occasional shot at him if they get close. That out.
Maybe I just didn't see it, because to me, every time I see them, I feel like I see them sitting there, just kind of like shocked Pikachu, while Cloud and Tifa and Aerith are kicking the shit out of somebody. I like having Red in the party. Red's really fun. He looks hilarious riding a Chocobo, which is funny. I've noticed
his Stardust Ray ability that they start him out with is way overpowered. That thing is crazy. Does so much damage.
Oh, we got Ramu already, huh? Like, are they going through it this fast? Woof.
Bowen? We're just talking some Rebirth.
Yeah, we're trying not to talk spoilers.
Yeah, you know, to be honest, like, I'm I haven't really gotten into much alternate timeline stuff, and I've been playing the game for like 25 hours. Like up to this point for me, it's almost been beat for beat the original game, which is actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. You know my feelings on the alternate timeline stuff. I don't love it.
Yeah. Well, then you'll probably love I mean, I'm sure there's some of it in the latter part of the game, but like I said, first half, like it's following pretty much like some of them are like expanded upon, but big like story beats are the exact same so far.
I don't know. Maybe they'll do something really interesting with it. Like, I'm not so down on it that I'm like, I can't stand this. Like, they could do something. We talked about this, I think, last week. How, I would like to see them, like, I don't think they have a lot of options on interesting things they could do. They could, I mentioned this last week, they could kill Cloud, and they could replace him with Zack, and that would be fucking interesting. But I don't think anybody would be very happy about that.
I agree with you. I think Zack's a cool character. I played Crisis Core 2, and that's kind of his game. He's a good character in that.
I have some other thoughts on that, but I guess I'll probably save that until the appropriate time to talk about them.
All right, should we give our viewers, I mean, we're going to announce it on next week's episode, but give them a sneak preview of what we're doing for the next game?
I go for it if you want to, bud.
A little sneaky announcement?
I had said it on the show, and I think you edited it out, and I don't know what you put in.
I bleeped it.
You bleeped it.
I bleeped it. Yeah. So we'll tell our little audience here, our next game, we are playing Rebirth for the show. So we have 2 more episodes of Bayonetta, and then hopefully, crossing our fingers, Vanessa will be back, and we're all going to get real deep into Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Gonna be fun. And this time, we're not even sponsored by Butterfingers.
That's right. I forgot about the Butterfingers thing.
When I was looking for my birth certificate the other day, because I was going to get my license, I was looking in my little tote where I put all my important documents, and the original letter from Butterfingers that came in that backpack is in there. Like, the one where they're like, we're happy to have you as, like, our influencers or whatever.
I forgot about that. What a weird thing.
That was a weird thing.
Yeah, we are going to play Rebirth, which I know that I'm sure that some of our listeners, I'm sure that's going to divide the podcast listenership to some degree. There are people that are going to want to wait for it to, I think, probably come to PC, which I don't think it's on yet, and will want to wait for it to come, and will, essentially have to skip the season, which is a bummer, for sure. But I just, we think it's a fun idea,
Yeah, we might even net some new listeners looking for some hot, relevant content.
Secrets. Yeah, maybe. I don't think that's why we're doing it, though. We're just kind of, as everybody knows, we're just shaking things up this season this year on Square Roots.
Yeah.
We're playing some non-RPGs. We're playing some new stuff. We've never played a brand new, just released game. So I think that's interesting and going to be a fun change of pace for us. And also, we're all going to play it anyway. Like, that's part of it. Like, we're playing this game. So why shouldn't we just talk about it?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun. I think there's so much in the game that's, like, super... The game doesn't take itself seriously. It's super silly and is full of fan service, and I think we'll all have a really good time with it.
Boy,
I'm really digging it.
Every fight. I was going to turn encounters off, but honestly, I need to level up a little bit.
Bayonetta is already Matt's favorite game of all time.
Oh, boy. Oh, and I don't think you're right on that, bud. I'm sorry, but I'm mostly through this week's chunker, and listen, I'm playing it on very easy at this point, so I don't have so much to complain about as I did last week, but I definitely am not... I'm not enjoying it anymore. It's still fucking terrible. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's not a game for Matthew. It's not a Matthew game.
I'm also on Chapter 9 of Rebirth, Owen, but I'll probably be slowing down a bit. I probably won't play much over the next like week and a half, but we'll see.
Yeah, I am slowing down. I'm in the grasslands, whatever, the first kind of big chunk, and I'm kind of stopping now. I've been playing Persona 3, and I've been hooked on that, so I'm gonna take the excuse to wait until we started on the show to really dive in. I think I'm probably through the first chunk anyway. Probably through the first week of the show. I imagine that'll probably cover what, the beginning.
Probably the beginning flashback.
Yeah. So, I guess I better check their espers while I'm in here. Oh boy, this is confusing. Okay.
Oh, this is confusing. You got a little yellow dot on your map. Is that where you're supposed to go?
Maybe. These guys hit hard. Yeah, I'm excited to just kind of take the opportunity to chill out a bit and play more Persona 3. Thankfully, since I decided to really slack off on Bayonetta and just put it on very easy mode, I have not had to put a lot of time into it. So my only real complaints about Bayonetta at this point are less like the game and more just kind of the ridiculous story and constant sexploitation of Bayonetta. Even the motorcycle scene in Bayonetta, which I really didn't care for. If I was not playing it on easy, I think I would. Oh no, I've been chocoboed.
Oh, the that highway sequence.
Mm-hmm. I think I played up through 8 or 9. I can't really remember. I've got 2 or 3 chapters left, and I'll have to squeeze those in tomorrow.
Yeah, they go by pretty quick. One whole chapter is just one fight, I think.
Yeah, I already did the big boss fight chapter.
Oh yeah, you probably did. It's pretty easy. I bought an accessory from Rodan that like just made the game even easier than very easy.
How so?
It like automatically triggers witch time for me.
That does sound
so like
handy.
everything's usually in slow mo. Like I think at the start of every battle it triggers witch time.
Game seems to have decided to just kind of... Oh, he's confused or something, isn't he? Get those levels, boys and girls. Oh, I thought that's what I just... Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Bayonetta's not doing it for me. Just not my type of game. For a variety of reasons. Both gameplay, game style-wise, and also... Why is he doing Flash now? I never told him to do that. Stupid broken game. I don't know why I'm doing this. Don't they gain, like... stats by... Don't they gain stats by leveling up espers?
I think so.
Oh, Anyway, yeah, we're excited about Rebirth. We're excited about... I'm excited about finishing up Bayonetta. We'll be recording our second episode tomorrow night and then finishing the game up next week. And we're all hoping that Vanessa will be back for the start of... Final Fantasy Rebirth, but if not, hopefully... before the end, you know?
He'll be back eventually, yeah.
Yeah, she's going to try and come and do the level up tomorrow, so...
Yeah.
And we got her a great special surprise that we're not going to tell anybody about, because we're nice guys.
Oh yeah, we did.
Jay said the alternate timeline thing is no longer speculation. I mean, I don't think it's speculation if you finish remake. I think that that's
Like especially
there's no other
if you did
explanation for it.
intergrade. Yeah.
There is no other explanation for why Zack and Cloud are wandering into the city at the end of the first
And
game.
there's like a totally different puppy dog mascot thing.
Oh yeah, and there's a different puppy dog mascot. That was a fun touch.
Yeah.
Ugh. Hey, I got a beret. Hey, those are treasure chests, and I didn't have any idea. Who can use a beret? None of these boys. Nope. So far, I've found two things that I can't use. Artie said we should play Two Worlds instead. I don't know what that is.
Neither.
Oh, when did you listen to the Bandit episode today? I mean, obviously I was playing it up some, but... No! I am an idiot! God, why am I so dumb?
What happened to the rest of your party members?
He's blowing them away. Like this.
Oh.
Kill him! Yes. Yes!
That's lucky. Oh, Owen said the beret is for Realm.
Well... We ain't got no realm in this game.
A little pink tent.
Yeah, different... Thank you, Owen. Different espers be different stats. That's what I thought. That's why I'm bothering with this. Oh, wait, no. Oh, it'll take me back up. I didn't know it would do that. Yoink!
Is there any other place to go down there?
Yeah, I think I can go down here. Maybe I'm wrong? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. It's just a convenient save point. Okay.
The cool hole.
Yeah. I think there was another one up here. Have I been through this one? Don't send me all the way back over here. Come on! Oh, look.
Oh. No.
Am I supposed to return to the airship here?
Think so.
Aren't I supposed to wait? Or that's only if I lose... Once I...
That's after the... like at the end of this.
Okay. Oh, I love that Ultima sword. She hits really hard.
I'm probably leveling up like crazy.
Yeah, I wonder why. It's weird.
Man, this guy's got a lot of HP.
Jim, you got any other hot gaming news? Like hot gaming stuff? What have you been playing? Anything other than Rebirth? All Rebirth all the time?
Pretty much been Rebirth since last week. I tried Dead Island 2, didn't enjoy it.
You sure I did the right thing there?
I didn't tell you to do that.
Did I just fuck up?
You just go back to the floating continent.
I have to go back to it, right? And that's when the whole thing with Shadow happens?
Yeah. I don't know why you came back to the ship.
I didn't mean to do that. Don't I have to come back to the ship here to, like, move the story forward?
No, I think you have to find Kefka and the Emperor on the floating continent.
Does that mean Shadow will show back up if I leave?
Yeah, I think he'll rejoin your party if you go back.
Yes, I know. I didn't get blown like everyone else, Owen. Oh, okay. I'm an idiot. Wait, is it going to take me all the way back to...
Oh, you mean like back to the beginning of that dungeon?
Yeah.
Probably. Stay tuned to
Well...
find out. We... Yeah, so you gotta find Kefka and the Emperor. Yeah, that's what I thought, Owen. It's after you fight Kefka. Did you just turn encounters off?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
None of them. Sick of this shit. Stop encountering me, game. Oh man, it's been a long week, and I've been waiting to have a streamy beer. You know?
You know what? I'm gonna go grab a beer.
Yeah, do it. Have a beer. Delicious.
BRB.
Burb. Jay. Yeah. Cast is ridiculous. Oh, man. Give me that XP! Okay. Nothing here? Boy. Oh, this is all the way back. Ugh. This whole area is confusing the hell out of me, Matt. It's only Wednesday. Yeah, well. It's been a long week already, alright? Busy guy. Had to take my son to the podiatrist so they could yank out an ingrown toenail. Ooh, it was awful. Hey, nothing wrong with a strawberry Rita, you know? I like those, Don't hold this against me, alright? I don't drink Natural Light beer, but they do have a Natural Light beer called Natter Days, which is a Natural Light mixed with, like, a strawberry lemonade. And they are very weak, and they are very cheap, and they are very delicious. Which is crazy. I know. You don't have to tell me. I hardly believed it myself. Oh, Jay. Yeah, actually, so they do a thing now. They really run in the family. They do anything now where they cut them. It's gross. I wouldn't even look at it. Because I had the same procedure done to my daughter, like, 6 months ago, and I made the mistake of, like, looking while they were doing the cutting, and it's legitimately traumatized me. I'm haunted by it. But, now they did the thing where they cut it and yank it out, but then they also, like, burn the cells out with some chemical down at the base, so it will not grow back. Up the sides. It'll still grow up the middle. The sides will not grow back. Would you ever live in this world if you could? No! It's monsters! Terrible monsters! Horrifying monsters! She is... Okay. Kieran's the only one she hasn't done from there. I was kind of hoping that would open up, but it did not. Look at this! Look at this dragon! You wanna hang out with that? You want that swinging by your house? No thanks. And it's not like there's... Ooh, that's not good. Oh, and he's dead. Kill him, please. Please kill him. I didn't realize Shadow was that hurt. And it's not like there's a trade-off, right? It's not like, well, there's monsters, but at least there's no fascists. It's both.
What are you talking about?
Mask Villain 16 asked if you would want to live in this world, and I said, fuck no, because there are horrifying monsters in this world. I mean, there's horrifying monsters in our world too, but they're, you know, humans at least. Fuck, you brought me back here?
You're doing so good.
I'm so annoyed with this section. I cannot seem to figure out where to go. Am I dumb? Okay, I know I'm dumb. Okay. It's not that. This is the save. I didn't mean to come back here either. Sure there's not somewhere else I can go here? I guess not. Go left, says Jay. Left I go. Open that. I don't trust these, like, holes, you know? Who knows where I'm gonna end up? Can't go there. Alright.
This is an SNES game. This map can't be that big.
That's a good point. Alright, let's see what happens here.
Oh, okay. Didn't go anywhere?
I mean, it was
Can I go
blocked off.
up?
Oh, there's another little treasure chest there.
There's another nipple up there.
Okay, alright. What about this one? Hey!
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Monster in a box. Monster in a box. Gigantos.
Throat jab? Throat jab? How many turns do you get, dude? One of my characters has haste, and he isn't attacking this fast.
He's attacking a lot. Like 3 turns for every one of yours.
Couldn't even survive it, could you, punk? Nowhere else to go there. Oh, I had encounters off. I don't think I realized that. But now that I do realize it, leave them off. Fuck you, encounters. Want nothing to do with you. It's weird that it won't let me through there when I feel like it should.
Yeah, I don't want to go that way.
Now that's the save, right? Yeah, it is.
Don't go to the airship.
Oh. Uh-oh. His name is Ultima. He is both empowered, both ancient and unrivaled. He does not bleed. Why are you telling me so much about yourself, Ultima?
Or I am, but strength given form.
It's a pretty fucking dope looking.
Yeah, it's good looking. Is this thing about to own you? Are you about to get owned?
What is 3-2? Oh my god, the Shuriken do Shuriken? Whatever, they
Shuriken.
do a lot. Shuriken do so much
Oh
damage.
no!
Oh, no!
Egg, you're so dead. Egg got owned.
I feel like Babianca's doing less damage than typically.
Yeah. Ouch. Ouchie. Oh.
Hello,
Nice.
Vanessa. Vanessa said hello to everyone, even the haters and losers. So, Donald Trump joined the chat. Yeah, no, this is the second time you've done this to me, dude. I'm kind of getting tired of you and your bullshit. Hi,
The
Vanessa.
weapon is based off HP.
Here we go.
Oh yeah. Here we go. This is good stuff. That looks great.
Yeah, it really does. The lighting effects are... do you think they touch those up? I think they look
Oh
good.
yeah.
Dory! every week when we play this, I laugh at all the stupid names we give these characters. I named her after my cat. Dory is special. Oh,
Why did I give you and Kefka the 10? That's weird.
Yeah, no. Why don't I make you Kefka's bride? That's putting it really nicely. Vanessa found out that she gets to have her surgery on Tuesday. Congratulations, Vanessa. We're very excited. We're very excited. We're very happy. And I assume... So I was saying I was saying that I had taken my son to the podiatrist. They had a picture on the wall of an ankle with a bunch of like metal rods in it. And I was like, oh, that's Vanessa. That's going to be Vanessa. Kill the others. Wah, wah, wah. Do it, Dory. Kill them all. In this game right here. So a friend of mine a few years ago was at a concert, a Kenny Chesney concert, and nobody really knows what happened because he was very drunk and he does not remember it. And he had separated from the group. They were at Raymond James Stadium, which is where the Bucks play, the football stadium here in Tampa. And presumably he tripped or got pushed or something. He went over the railing and down to the next set of seats. So they were up on like the second level, and he went over the railing and down to the first level and landed like this, like as if trying to catch himself, and shattered basically every bone in both of his arms from his wrists up to almost his elbows. Like, just...
Oh my gosh.
Just a mess of fragmented bone. It was one of the most brutal things I've ever heard. And his arms are more metal than not these days.
That's crazy.
The inside. Little brat! And that's what I assume Vanessa's ankle is going to look like? I don't really know. She is the first cyborg on the podcast, I believe, or she will be. So that's exciting.
Whoa, what just happened?
We don't like him? Let me in here. That's it. That's how Gandalf does magic, too. He's just like, let me... Oh, are they gonna have a little fight? Kefka, are you mad? Mad?
Hey, Kefka, are you mad at me?
Kefka, are you the big bad bionic boy?
Kefka, do you know a Jim Gort? Do you work for Juke Micronics?
I should watch that movie again.
It's good. Oh, he forgot him.
I still occasionally will read like a New Republic article, and I always kind of laugh to myself, like every time
I know, me too.
every time I see it. Like, are his spells not working? I kind of don't understand. Yeah, it's just not working.
What do you think Vanessa said when she was really doped up during her surgery?
Jay, that is hilarious. I don't know. I bet she just kind of talked to them in nonsensical rhymes and maybe sang them some songs.
I was probably like, where's my controller? Gotta play more Dragon Age.
Kefka butting his way into a functioning triad. Oh yeah, no, Owen's right. Rachel Slurs reared her ugly head.
Yeah.
I like that. How are you doing this? By standing in the center of the warring triad. You seem to just be kind of standing off to the side, both of you.
Yeah.
Hang on just a second, sorry. Oh no! Like a red lightning bolt. That's scary.
Incredible.
Incredible. It doesn't seem to be working out for Kefka, to be honest with you. Like, more to the right. That's how it works.
Ouch.
Ah. Jesus Christ. You know, the first time I played this game, Kefka did not stand out to me as a great villain. And I think this is where he really comes into his own as like a real bad guy. He's like kicking this dead body around. That and the Kefka Tower at the end is pretty fucking rad.
Yeah.
Though I'll tell you what, I don't feel like Kefka gets much in the way of motivation, which I think kind of downgrades him in my like tier of villains. Like he's cool. Ish. He's not really cool.
See that.
He's like he's interesting, but like, why is he doing any of this? What's the point? Is he just the Joker? Just, you know,
Basically.
I want to watch the world burn? Okay. That's also not very relatable. It's just... Also, his way of doing this is just by pushing some statues around. I'll just move them, and then...
Move the triad out of alignment, Matt.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah, I get it. Shadow!
Shadow!
He's a magic Joker. I mean, I get it. Like, I agree. You're right. He's just a crazy sociopath. But, like, that's not a very interesting character. Why is this guy so beloved? Like, at least we know why Sephiroth is doing what Sephiroth is doing. He has a cool laugh. That's a good point, Vanessa. Alright, so I'm supposed to go to where I can jump on the airship, is that right?
Yeah, and then just gotta hang out for a few
Just
minutes.
gonna hang out and wait. Is this like Kefka's little minions? Just little jesters? That's how that works?
Well, yeah, like Joker's gang.
Yeah, Joker's gang. Oh man, Dory, have you got just the worst fucking... Ugh. Do I have ribbons? I bet I do. No? It's Joker's gang.
Or another jester. Yep.
I'd rather be fighting these jesters than more behemoths and stuff. Like, that was kind of brutal. Oh, look. No, I want that treasure chest!
It's a real tease. What's that?
A fake save point?
Malapa.
Don't doom me.
Oh, you got doomed.
I'm gonna doom everybody. Watch. Ugh. Galani sped home from work to warn me, I guess, that I need to save Shadow. Wait for Nessa, yeah. All right, here we
Thought
go.
you were gonna hit jump by mistake.
4 whole minutes. All right, Jim, it's time for the silly segment that I came up with. Pull your phone out. This is a fun idea.
Am I the asshole?
Well, no, you're just gonna look at the titles. This is a new segment that I've come up with. It's called "Am I think you should leave Tim Robinson the asshole?" And I just want you to read these titles as if you are Tim Robinson in an "I think you should leave" sketch.
Is it rude to say not yell? This is ridiculous to a person at the front desk of my work building when she wouldn't let me in?
That's the one that inspired it. I just read that and all I could hear was, "Is it rude to say, not yell?"
We should have asked Vanessa if she really enjoyed her cheese gift that we got her. She would eat the gift receipt. If you like it as much as you say you do.
Yeah, Vanessa, we're going to need you to eat the gift receipt for that great cheese basket we sent you. All right, Jim, I sent you a second one. Read me the second one. I had 3, and I lost the third one, unfortunately.
This one's kind of dark.
Oh, I meant to change it to medical procedure.
Okay.
So it's less dark.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for not checking up on my friend after her medical procedure? Hear me out. Hear me out.
I was kind of just scrolling through Reddit today, and for some reason this popped in my head, just because of that first one. And suddenly all of the Am I the Asshole threads, all of their titles, I was like, these all are just, I think you should leave sketches waiting to happen.
I saw someone posted on
Hear me out!
Group on Facebook, but they posted did you watch all of Detroiters?
Yeah, I did. I didn't love it as much as you did. Like, it's got some funny moments.
Oh, I love it.
And it's a good show, but like, it didn't blow me away.
Somebody posted their pitch for Quicken Loans where they came up with a mascot named Bick and Bones. I love that.
You pitched it to me as maybe better than I think you should leave, and that's the dumbest thing anybody's ever said to me.
I think at its funniest, it's as funny, if not maybe a little bit funnier than I think.
It's got some great, like I think my favorite episode was when the one with his brother in the Slipknot mask.
Oh,
you don't need your Slipknot mask.
Why do you need it? To take a shower?
And then the best part of that was that it comes back at the end and Tim pulls it over his head so he doesn't seem crying.
Yeah.
That legitimately cracked me up. Not yell! Stupid. Like, I think it's ruined Am I the Asshole for me, which is already a fucking cesspool.
Yeah.
All of those, there were some of those I had to hide. Like, I had to hide Reddit's, like, relationship advice thing, which I wasn't following it, but it would pop up and, like, and legitimately, I had to hide it because if you read them, which sometimes you'll see a title and you'll be like, and you'll, like, want to check it out. And every time I did that, like, the advice was just, to me, almost universally, the worst advice you could give somebody. It was always like, he didn't get you ice cream, terrible. Divorce him. I mean, sometimes it was like the opposite, where it was like somebody being like, well, my husband threatens to kill me on a nightly basis and owns a lot of guns. Should I leave?
There he is.
No shit, leave, dummy. But I did it. I did it, Galani. I
Vanessa,
did it.
Who's the bozo now, Vanessa? Who's the bozo now?
I did click it and pick wait, Vanessa. Thank you very much. Who's the bozo now? I'm excited to have gotten to this point in the game because this was kind of this is the 2/3 point of the game, right? Like this isn't the halfway point. We collect the characters and then we go
More
fight
than the
Kefka,
halfway. I
right?
think you're like 80% done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we recollect our characters and then we bail. Vanessa said she guesses she's the
Yeah.
best dubbed over.
Vanessa did the dub.
Hope I don't jerk off.
Oh, this guy's about to jack.
God, I sat down one night not too long ago and just put on the first season of that show, which I had not watched in quite some time, and I very much was like, kind of had almost forgotten how perfect that first season is.
Yeah.
Like not just in like hilarity, but also like order of sketches, how it really like leads you into it itself.
Mm-hmm. There goes your airship.
Yeah, Owen says more than 2/3. Great. I mean, listen, this is fun. I'm enjoying it, but I'm kind of ready to move on to the next game. Speaking of, Jim, you said you were going to announce what you were playing this week.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I suggested you put a vote up on the Patreon, but you never did that. So, do you want to announce?
do
you want to? Do you want to choose? Do you want to make your decision finally?
Yeah, I'm gonna play Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Cross? Fuck yes.
Chrono Trigger is a game that I think, I mean, similar to what you're doing with Final Fantasy VI, I could play like in my sleep, I think, and 100% it. I've played it so many times, but I haven't played it in a few years, so I'm excited to play it again for this.
I think it's a good choice. I think that we've discussed this quite a bit. Like, we kind of want to make this a regular thing. We're not just doing Final Fantasy VI. We want to make this a regular part of the the catalog of what we do. We have all the Patreon stuff. We have the podcast, and we would like to have this as a thing as well. And personally, I think that for the start of this, we should be focusing on what we've done in the past, which is classic RPGs, and particularly stuff that's a little shorter. We don't want to spend 4 months doing one game, you know? Stuff that's a little that we can really kind of tear through, stuff that has remasters and maybe cheats and stuff. And eventually we'll branch out and start doing different things. And, you know, Jim's all about those horror games. I know he wants to stream some horror stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked about... I've never played Silent Hill 2. Maybe if this remaster's any good, we could do that. We'll see.
It's a remake, dog. Full-on remake.
Yeah, it may be trash, so...
you're
not going to start
50-50.
FF6 from the beginning after finishing this?
Yeah, that's all we do is play Final
we just
Fantasy
play this
VI.
over and over again. It's like those podcasts that like watch the same movie every year that I have always listened to twice and then been like, okay, I don't really care about this anymore. Why do I need your yearly review of Paul Blart Mall Cop? I don't.
Should we do like an all endings playthrough of Chrono Trigger where we do every ending?
No. How about a favorite endings playthrough where you just kind of pick the ones you really like and do those, you know?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. 1 year. I was starting to think you might be out for good. She's been in a coma for a year.
Wow.
Old Banana Breath's been taking care of her the whole time.
What's that line from I Think You Should Leave? Why'd you eat some bananas? Banana bread?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Jay, I would love to play Trails in the Sky. We may do it on the show this year. I'm going to have a choice coming up at some point, and I was debating between that and Tactics Ogre. We'll see. I want to get a Trails game on the books for this show, for the podcast for sure.
Yeah, it's weird we haven't played one.
Well, they're weirdly released. Like, if we want to play the actual first game, we have to play it on Steam. You have to get it on Steam. You can't get it on console. And there's multiple series that I think they tend to run in trilogies, but they all are, like, interconnected, but not, like, it's not one narrative. I don't really know. So I definitely want to get a Trails in on the podcast proper. For sure. We may do it this year. But, I don't know. Like I said, Tactics Ogre, I've been kind of craving a tactics game. But then these guys are all big babies about tactics games. I seem to be the only one that likes them. On the other hand, Johnny is making me play fucking Bayonetta. We're not playing Ogre Battle, bud. That's a little too old, I think. Not old, but like it's a little too complicated, I think, for the show. Jesus Christ.
That's pretty dark.
Tales of the Abyss, I think, is another one that I've considered. Like, that would be... But we've done a Tales. I don't know that... Abyss is... Tales was 3D combat, right? And Abyss was 2D combat, and I kind of liked the 2D combat better. It was a bit more like playing... like a Street Fighter RPG. I don't... Is he her grandfather? Or is she just, like, dubbing him that? Is she just saying, like, granddad?
Oh, yeah. We said all of a sudden I have a granddaughter. But he's going to die soon.
Oh, and was like, oh, too complicated. Sorry. Listen, I've tried Ogre Battle a couple of times. Maybe I just need to read a guide. I've tried it a few times, several times, to be honest with you, throughout my life. And I just don't grasp that game. But you know what? I'm open to discussing. I'd like to hear more about it. Like maybe I'm just missing something, because I've heard how good it is. But on the other hand, I love Tactics Ogre. Yeah, let's trade places. All right, now it's time for my coma. Oh, just woke up from your coma? Go get me a fish. Is there like a beach I can go to? Probably not. Did I type beers, Jay? Or bears? I may have typed beers. It may have been a little too obvious about what was on my mind. Oh, I just have to... Gotcha. All right.
You're supposed to catch all of them like that?
He just gives her...
Still there, Matt?
She just gives him raw fish, huh? That's cool.
Yeah, it's a bunch of them. Get him another fish?
I caught 3. Is that not enough fish for you, bud?
You have to do this multiple times, right?
I guess I don't need to bother catching multiple fish then. Just... I love it. She wakes up from a coma. She goes and she switches places with her granddad. You get in bed now. And then she goes and, like Gollum, hand catches him some fish and comes back and feeds them to him. Just one at a time. Like, fishy for you? Fishy? And I actually agree with you on that. That's, I think, the one drawback of Tactics Ogre, and the reason that I do ultimately like Final Fantasy Tactics more, is that the job blending really opens things up. But, you know... Okay. Oh, this is weird. Yeah, well, that's what she's doing, right? Gotta talk to the bird first. Bird teaches me how to catch fish.
Remember in Harvester at the beginning of every day when you had to give the paper boy a newspaper or he would shoot you?
That's right.
Harvester is a good game.
Yeah. I would love to play that again. Every day. I mean, are these days passing? Is that what's going on? This is driving me fucking crazy.
Owen said fastest fish. So whichever fish is darting around in the water, grab that one. It's like that one at the top is fastest, right? Yeah.
And I didn't see who said Jay. Did I play Triangle Strategy? No, actually. I was thinking about that too. I watched a playthrough of Final Fantasy Tactics recently, and it really gave me the itch. In fact, I downloaded it, the iOS version, on my phone, but then I never started it because I played it too many fucking times. And also the iOS port. While I love the War of the Lions, port, the iOS version kind of sucks butts.
Uh-oh. Was that the fastest one?
Are you supposed to get the fastest every time?
I think so.
This is an insane puzzle that they have set out for me. Are there FFT mods? Interesting. Should I get the fastest again? I don't see a fastest. I guess this one's the fastest. I think Celeste should euthanize him. What do you think Celeste is doing?
Yeah. Okay, I think that was good. Seems like he's getting better. Where's the top one?
They seem the
Yeah,
same.
top one.
I think I have to get the slow one this time.
Your Sid's gonna die.
He's gonna die either way, Jim. That's how the game works.
Gonna get
Yep, there he is.
Drunk dump truck driver. Oh, there we go.
Throat slashed. I don't think In Memoriams tell how they died. That's it? Okay. Oh, there's no fish.
Uh-oh.
And
You
on the
killed
last
Sid.
day, there were no fishes left for grandfather to eat.
He's dead. Oh, he's dead.
Ugh, with his eyes open.
Yeah. Well, at least he died hungry and disappointed.
Did he... Did he promise that he would stay there with her, or did he say from the start, I'm dying?
He said he was sick. What was that?
She cried.
Oh,
I
little
killed
baby.
him. And you're just like, cool, I guess I'll do the same? Thanks for taking care of me for the last year, Granddad? Pretty fucked up.
Bye.
I do love the opera music coming back here.
How is this different if Sid lives? I don't remember.
Can Sid live?
Yeah, you can save him, right?
Well. can't even. You know what? I'm not gonna make that joke. I'm too good for it. It's a burb.
Oh, nothing happens if Sid lives?
Sid can live. Is it only by getting the fastest fish every time or something? That would be the worst. You were watching over me. It's a bird.
He wanted to eat your corpse.
Yes, Artie, we've heard the word. We know.
Still on Solitary Island.
I mean, is there a grave? Did you bury the body at least? No, you left
Oh, there's a little
it.
envelope. Go down the stairs by the stove. The road to your freedom awaits. Ooh.
Dude, you had a raft? Oh, but he was too sick to travel. The bird shits on her and flies away. I mean... Oh, boy, that's fucking stupid. I really hate, like, hidden mechanics like that. Like, just...
Oh, there's 4 grades of fish. He needs delicious fish.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's crap.
I wonder how close you are to the end of the game.
I mean, I said it. I think we go collect the party, and we don't even have to collect everybody. We could just collect who we want.
Yeah, that's true.
And from there, we go fight Kefka. I don't think there's a lot more to it. Maybe a week or two. We'll kind of see how far we get tonight. Sounds cool, bro. Kefka's kind of a god now?
Young martial artist, eh? You have a lot of cash.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, she can double wield. She can dual wield. Cool. Oh, I've been here before. All right, Jim, it's time for you.
Yes.
To tell me about what happened at that Xbox thing today, because I didn't hear a thing about it. Other than that Persona 3 announcement, which I'm very excited about. Code Aegis is going to be on Game Pass, and they had a trailer for the Persona 3 expansion, and I am really excited about that. I am really digging Persona 3 Remake right now. It is fun AF.
Let's see. They announced that Avowed is launching in the fall.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wait.
I really am excited for Avowed.
Oh, wait, hold on. That's from January. What was that Xbox? What was that Xbox thing called today? Xbox Partner Showcase? Was that today?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Unknown 9 Awakening gets new gameplay trailer out this summer.
Say that again?
I don't know. a game called Unknown 9 Awakening. Don't know what
Cool.
that is.
I imagine
It
there's a
looks,
trailer for
yeah, it looks like an adventure game. That looks interesting. Let's see. What do we got here? There's a Roblox game where you play as Chucky, but only for a limited time.
it. Sounds
It's
terrible.
called Griefville Survive the Nightmare. Ooh, they announced a sequel to one of my most disappointing games of the last few years, which is The Sinking City. They're making a Sinking City 2.
What is the Sinking
Sinking City is like a third-person adventure game that takes place in like the Lovecraft universe. Takes place in like a northeastern like fishing village, and there's like monsters and Cthulhu type stuff happening. It's a super interesting game conceptually, but it is jank town. It's the jankiest game ever. And the combat is terrible. But that'll be interesting. So maybe they'll get it right on the second go. It's interesting they're making a sequel. I heard they're also
Okay.
I heard they're also remastering the first Sinking City, which I might give that a shot if the reviews are good.
They won't be. Just letting you know now.
Yeah, you're probably right. A full release of Final Fantasy XIV for the Xbox is out in a few weeks. It's a pretty big deal.
14, that's the online game, right?
It is.
No interest.
They announced that the first 3 Stalker games are getting remastered for modern consoles. I'll probably give those a shot. I love a good, like, first-person shooter, like, survival kind of thing. That'll be fun. There's a new racing game with monster trucks called Monster Jam Showdown. Persona 3 Reload DLC, The First Berserker, gets a new trailer and a release window. Which I think was first advertised at the Game Awards.
The First Berserker?
Yeah, that's the name of the game, is The First Berserker.
Sounds terrible.
There's gonna be Frostpunk 2. Never played the first Frostpunk game, but heard good things about it.
I was just reading about Frostpunk the other day because the game is based on a board game, and the board game has the same cube tower mechanic as that Shogun board game I was playing a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. Like, I'm not about to play it, but okay, this is clearly a city that's just been glassed, which is cool.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty much all the big news. It was a short thing. It was only like an hour long, I think. maybe even less than that.
Vanessa said, "Did they save Sid?" Owen, no. Vanessa, those bozos. Owen, he died in his bed. He'll turn brown and squishy soon.
It's true.
Oh, look who it is. It's JCVD. Fuck you.
Monster Box. And you got back attacked.
Dory's so underleveled too.
Oh, and you're on a timer.
Make him into Sid Nana bread. Wow, you suck, Dory. Oof. I mean, I know that it auto saves in this version, which is great because I have not saved in quite some time.
Uh. Wow, this is a squeaker.
I feel like we've had a lot of squeakers in this playthrough. The kid's downstairs? I'll tell you what. I don't know if people are noticing this on the screen. I assume they are. This game is doing a real piss poor job understanding that I'm playing with an Xbox controller, and sometimes gives me Xbox controller. Anyway, sometimes gives me Xbox controller inputs, and sometimes gives me keyboard inputs, which is really confusing. Vanessa says, "Why does Matt blur his background when he records with us, but not when he puts the whole house on the internet for everyone to see?" Vanessa, I am not streaming through Zoom, so I do not have a blur background option. I wish I did, because why would anybody want to see my bedroom? Look, there's my TV, there's my PlayStations and stuff, it's my dresser,
Oh,
it's my bed.
you are dead.
No, I wasn't even looking at it. And it reloaded in the house. That's a bummer.
You know not to open those chests.
Yeah, it was that one, right? No,
It
it
was
wasn't
that one and the one in... Yeah, not that one. It was that one.
I mean, thankfully there's an auto save and a quick save, and it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. What a buff stud.
Yeah, why do these people have monsters in boxes? That seems really stupid.
Good point.
You could just
GPT.
not have a monster in a box, you know? Jim, is there any other hot news you want to discuss that happened this week? You want to talk politics?
Hot
Love it when we talk
news.
politics.
Hey, what'd you think about that Dune movie?
Holy shit! I've seen some like negative chatter online. I fucking loved it. I loved
too.
it. Some minor changes from the book. I'm fine with that. I think that the book probably needed more changes. They're talking about doing a third one. They're talking about doing what's the next one?
I think it's Dune, Messiah.
Dune Messiah. And honestly, like, make some wild changes to that, please. The amount of time that those books spend in Paul's head is fucking insufferable. It's too much. And I took my son to see it. He's 12. A, he really enjoyed it. B, he sat there for 3+ hours without going crazy.
One.
And C, it really gave me some great opportunities to discuss things like narratives and like, you know, think about the actions that Paul took. Think about the results of those things. Like, is Paul, he's the protagonist, is Paul a good guy? And it was really interesting. And it was fun to be able to talk about complicated subject matter like that with my kid.
Yeah, that was kind of my favorite part about it is like it's pretty bleak, actually.
It is, but that's always been.
the way,
It's not even subtle about it. That's always been the point of Dune.
Yeah.
Is that
yeah,
like it's almost like, I think saying that it's like Hitler is taking it too far, but it's like being in Genghis Khan's mind or something. And now this guy's got magic powers or whatever, so it kind of justifies what he does, but to a degree, because it's the only path forward, but for the survival of humanity. But basically otherwise, like, he's Genghis Khan. And you get it from
he's
his
like
perspective that he's
dictator.
like, he's the hero, but he's not really a hero. He's kind of a monster. And yes, now that's kind of unfair, Vanessa, but Vanessa said, chat the other day, Matt said that Reggie Player One was a good book. I think everyone needs to know.
Actually, no, you didn't say it was a good book. You said you liked it.
I did. It's like a Zack Snyder movie. The first time I read Ready Player One, I fucking hated it. It's not good. It's not well written. It's not an original story. But I read it, and I didn't like it. And then for some reason, like a year later, I saw that Will Wheaton had done the audiobook, and I listened to the audiobook and was surprised that I actually really liked it the second time around. Like, it's not good, but it's fun. And I like all the 80s references and stuff. Like, and if you think Ready Player One is bad, see the movie. It's even worse.
I've never seen the movie or read the book.
The movie's okay. My D&D group played Tomb of Annihilation as our last campaign, almost completely because I had read about it in Ready Player One and was like, we should play it. There's like a modern 5e version of it. Let's play it and see what it's like. And it was, it's fun. We had a good time.
That's cool.
We need to find everyone. I mean, the movie's all right, Jim. It's a Steven Spielberg movie. It's not bad. It's just kind of, it kind of looks like shit, and it doesn't have, I mean, you know, the book, it's not based on a good story, so it's not a good story.
I'm going to go see that Imaginary movie this weekend.
Are you?
Take the kiddo to see that. Yeah.
Is that a horror movie, or what is that?
Yeah, it's about this kid's, like, little stuffed bear that's, like, I guess, like, possessed by her imaginary friend that's a monster or something. I remember you and Vanessa talking about the trailer for it a while ago, and Vanessa was like, that's probably going to be Jim's favorite movie. It's just a stupid, shitty horror movie.
Yeah, that is your favorite crap.
That is my favorite crap. Ooh, that, what's that called? Late Night with the Devil movie comes out later this month. In just a couple weeks, actually. That's going to be a good movie.
You know, I'll be honest with you, Jim. I don't keep up with the horror movies. I don't know what's what. I saw that they announced a third Mia Goth A24 horror movie. This one's called Maxine, and it's
it's a sequel. It's a sequel to X.
Is it a sequel? I really I want to see X and Pearl. I don't know why I just never get around to them.
X is like the good slasher shit. That's a good movie. So is Pearl, actually. It's different. It's more like a psychological horror kind of thing. But oh man, both those movies are excellent. Capital E, excellent.
My movie plans for the weekend are to finally get around to watching Aquaman 2 on HBO Max.
Oh, I saw that. I haven't watched it yet, though.
I don't expect it to be very good, but I do want to see it.
Vanessa said Mia got this semi-canceled. Yeah, a report came out that she, like, kicked an extra in the head or something.
I mean, that sucks. It's not going to stop me from watching that movie.
I love I think X and Pearl, the best thing about it, I think, is I love the way those movies just look good. Like, they're well shot. They're well directed.
I keep buying this golden helm, and it says that it's better, and then I go into this. I've bought it twice, and I go into the stats, and it's not better. Why does it tell me it's better? Fucking lying ass game. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, that sucks about Mia Goth, but like, I'm not paying her mortgage. Like, I don't know. I don't care. It's not my business. Fire her. Don't hire her again.
I bet Vanessa's excited for Late Night with the Devil. That's her boyfriend, isn't that?
Which one?
David Dastmalchian.
Oh yeah, I want to watch Last Voyage of the Demeter as well. Vanessa said that it was fucking terrible. You said that it was pretty good, and then Vanessa said it was fucking terrible.
I think it's decent. I thought it was decent when I saw it in theaters. I rewatched it a few nights ago and was like, this isn't actually very good. But it's entertaining.
I'm gonna watch it.
It's not a bad time at the movies, I'll say that.
I'm in a real kind of burned out on everything mode. Like, I have not been in the mood for anything. I've been watching a lot of YouTube stuff, but even that I'm getting tired of.
Me too. I'm in the same zone.
I watched, and I'll probably talk about it on the next episode, but I watched the first season of Animal Control today, which is a new Fox sitcom. The second season's about to start, and I ended up liking it quite a bit. It's got, what's his name from Community? Ugh.
Joel McHale?
Yeah, Joel McHale. He's playing a very similar character to his Community character. It's not the same guy, but it's, I don't care about this. Delivers the same kind of lines, like smarmy asshole lines, but he's good at it, and he makes me laugh. How do I get in there?
There was a whole. Bless you. There was a horror movie. There's a horror movie that came out around Christmas time called Silent Knife or something. It's like a Christmas themed horror movie. Oh no, it's a Wonderful Knife. That's what it's called.
Oh, that sounds awful.
And they cast Joel McHale in it as like, but like he didn't really have any lines. He was just playing like a sad guy. And I was like, what a waste of Joel McHale to put him in a role where he's not able to like deliver like smug lines. Like that's like what he's good at.
He's really good at it though. Like
yeah, he is. He's really good at it.
Like there's some people that you could see other than Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool, and he's one of them. I don't think he would be as good as Ryan Reynolds, but there's all these places I can't get to. It's really annoying.
Oh, they also announced that the second season of the that show about the big hole with Josh Brolin, about Josh Brolin's hole, is coming back for a second season. It's actually coming back pretty soon. I think it's in like cool. April or May.
I'm gonna blow my nose.
Okay. BRB. It's Dropout stuff. Our listeners should know that Matt doesn't watch very many horror movies because he's very scared. Not Josh Groban's hole, Josh Brolin's hole. Rumor is that Josh Brolin might be hanging dong in the second season, so if you maybe want to see some Josh Brolin dong, check out Outer Range Season 2 on Amazon.
You talking about Thanos?
Yeah, they can see Thanos' wiener.
Also, Hardy Har. I actually watch lots of horror movies. I just don't really enjoy most of them.
Because most horror movies aren't very good.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Although in the last like 2 or 3 years, I feel like there's been a lot of good ones. But by and large, I don't know if that's enough to buck the 40-year, 50-year trend, 70-year trend of bad horror movies.
No, I agree with you. I think that there have been a lot of great ones in the last several years, and a lot of them I've watched, and some of them I have not gotten around to. Oh, I found another town. Yay.
I think something really fun would be to watch Skinamarink with you, Matt.
Why? It sounds terrible.
You would hate it.
I like a good horror movie. I particularly like psychological horror. I like atmospheric horror. I don't care for slashers as much because I find them kind of boring for the most part, and I don't care for like gory like torture porn because I think it's fucking lame. I love good.
I don't like torture porny stuff.
I love good like atmospheric horror where it like builds the tension. You know, Barbarian's a good example of like the first half of that movie being maybe one of the best horror movies I've ever seen, and then just falling apart and turning into a boring ass slasher. Oh, it's Tara. I'm sorry, Babianka.
So you have how many characters now? Just 2?
Just the 2.
About to have 3.
Does Tara join you? I don't think she does.
Grave Encounters. I've never seen that. I think is Grave Encounters one of those found footage movies? I haven't seen very many of those.
Oh, that's
is Grave Encounters the haunted house one?
I think
is that Hell House.
I think Blair Witch Project gets a bad rap, being like one of the first
that's
found
a good
footage horror movies, but I think that it's excellent, like at building that tension with nothing happening. But then I also think the end is excellent, like it's just enough to just be super creepy, and then it's like bye. The first Conjuring was pretty good too. Like it's not amazing, but like, and I've got some problems with. I have some real world problems with that movie, with the lionization of these shitty people.
Those con artists.
But like as just like a cheap budget horror movie, it's really good. I loved It Follows. I loved what's the Australian one? Babadook. Babadook was so good.
Oh yeah.
The Thing is one of my favorite movies of all time. Alien is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh, I just rewatched Alien last week, the first one. Still good. Still real good.
My only problem with Alien is that at the very end, when you finally get a full body shot of the alien, it's just a man in a black leotard wearing the alien. Wearing an alien hat. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's very obvious these days, you know, everything upscaled, like 1080p, like that's just a dude in a leotard.
For sure. That outfit was never meant to be seen in HD.
Mm-hmm. If you're gonna like upscale that movie to 4K, you're gonna need to take some digital effects and really black out that.
Yeah.
Balker Witch 2 for the win. I assume Artie means. What did I just say? Babianka Witch? Blair Witch. Blair Witch 2 is terrible.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one.
Oh, you've never seen the you didn't see the sequel?
Mm-mm. Does it go Blair Witch 2, and then Blair Witch Book of Shadows, and then the reboot, which is also called just Blair Witch, I think?
Is Book of Shadows not the sequel? I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Blair Witch 2 is Book of Shadows. I don't know.
It was not a found footage film. It was just a shitty like slasher.
That was Book of Shadows. Not a good. Maybe I have seen that movie. I didn't see the Blair Witch reboot. And I played the Blair Witch video game, which I found to be pretty okay.
I have like a real strong I shouldn't say like a real strong memory because it wasn't that long ago. It was 20 years ago, but like I was an adult when Blair Witch came out. Right? But I had a friend and his uncle who we kind of used to hang out with, Todd, who was a real nice guy. And I later realized and came to understand that Todd was like a very in-the-closet gay man. And that's not a suggestion that he was like hitting on us younger, on his nephew's friends or anything. Like he was just a nice guy that would let us come and hang out at his house and we'd all have drinks and like play snooker And he was just a cool guy. Like we were all 20 or 21, so it wasn't like we were, you know, it wasn't like he was feeding teenagers booze.
Yeah.
He was just a nice guy, but he also like he was kind of a tough guy to understand, and I later realized and kind of understood that he was in the closet, and he finally came out, and I guess I don't know. Am I gonna die here? She's not equipped with anything.
Uh-oh.
Super cool.
Humbaba.
Holy shit!
You're about to get owned.
Anyway, but the one thing that I really remember about him more than anything. Okay, I was supposed to lose that fight. I thought so. The one thing that I remember about him more than anything is that he bought the Blair Witch. He thought it was fucking real. He had a book about how it was real, and like we would hang out and like be drinking and hanging out at this guy's house, and he and I would be arguing about the Blair Witch. I'm like, it's a good movie, buddy, but it's not fucking real life. It's not actually found footage. This is in like the real early days of the internet too, so it was not so easy to just like look it up online. None of us had smartphones. Like those they didn't exist. Yeah, he adamant for a long time that it was real. And then the next time I saw him, years later, I asked him, like, you know, do you still think it's real? And he was very much like, I never thought it was real. And I was like, that's bullshit, dude. We had too many conversations. You were too adamant. I don't buy this for a minute.
That's funny.
He was a good dude. You know, I had lost contact with all those people a long time ago, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, that is true. It was a real good concept for a movie, and the way they shot it was actually super interesting. Like, they just kind of put those actors in the woods, and every morning, like during the night, they would give them instructions, basically like an outline of what they were supposed to experience like that day, and just kind of let the actors do their thing.
Really?
And they filmed it all themselves. Yeah.
I mean, think about how many jokes were made about that. The lead actress, and like the snot running down her face, and like, I'm so scared, but it was so effective. Like in the moment, as a movie, it was so effective.
Jake said my mom threw up on the guy in the row in front of her when she saw Blair Witch. That's amazing. Yeah, a lot of the, in fact, like, well, not most, but a lot of the lines in that movie are ad-libbed. Like, there's one scene towards the end where one of the characters is feeling super hopeless, and he like has the camera for the first time, and he's like doing a little monologue, and he's like, I can see why you like this camera so much. That whole scene, he just was pretty much off the cuff. Just really interesting. I watched a behind the scenes thing of it.
It really one of a kind too in retrospect. Like, there's no repeating that. That'll never happen again. It'll happen again in some way. Yeah. Right, but in a way, it was almost like the War of the Worlds radio drama. People really thought it was happening, and Blair Witch is that happened in our time. People saw that movie, and there was a subset of the population that was like, "This is real. There's a place in West Virginia that I can go where a witch will eat me." And the end of that movie, just absolutely iconic, of her, like her just shitting herself.
Oh yeah, that like final shot, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the video game was actually pretty good. For a Bloober game, anyway. I like the Bloober one. The Bloober video game.
Guy loves Bloober.
I know a lot of people, I mean, it's pretty mid, but like for a first person horror game with like kind of a high concept like that, I thought it was pretty well executed.
What was the concept? I never played it. I don't know much about it.
You played as a guy who was like a veteran, I think, and it's you and your dog, and you're in the woods looking for a lost kid. And creepy stuff starts happening. You have a video camera with you, and you can use the video camera to like manipulate the environment. So like you can look through the camera and it will show something, and then you have to like manipulate the environment to have it show something different. It was really interesting, I thought. It has a few combat sections that aren't very good, but I thought overall it was pretty effective. Yeah, I played it on Xbox. It was on Game Pass for a while. It might still be. Played it, I don't know, a couple years ago. I thought it was pretty good.
Oops. Just messed up my whole thing.
Owen said there's nothing else to do here now.
Yeah, I figured. I kind of was hoping that if I went out and came back, maybe she would be like, "Hey, I'm ready to go," but no, I know it's going to be time consuming. I guess I should probably have encounters on because this character clearly needs to
Hey,
level
good idea.
up. What? Jim, what would you say is your favorite horror movie ever made?
Favorite horror movie. I mean, The Thing is up there. I've seen it 100 bajillion times. Yeah, that might be my top one.
Wow. Yeah, me too. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite horror movie. It's like I said, there's so
just
much
works.
atmosphere, and then I don't like torture porn stuff, but I like body horror stuff.
Neither. Oh, like what?
Like The Thing. The Thing's body horror.
Oh yeah. I have a lot of love for the first two Hellraiser movies. I think the first one is actually really good. Second one's even better in a lot of ways, but I like those first two Hellraiser movies.
I also am a big fan of the original Halloween. I think that's kind of the perfect slasher movie.
Yeah.
Jim, what is your favorite horror movie in each subgenre? Favorite slasher?
Favorite slasher?
Let's call
man,
The
I
Thing
think
psychological horror, because I think that's what it is more
No, The Thing is like sci-fi horror.
than... Okay.
But my favorite I think Scream or the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Those Wes Craven slashers, he really was an innovator. Not in every movie. Deadly Friend is. In fact, a lot of Wes Craven's movies I think are trash.
Oh
but
yeah.
He had like four really influential ones.
J.
At
Clue
least
does
four.
not count as a horror movie. I really don't. I don't think I've liked a single Scream movie after the first one, which is, I agree with you. I think it's the best slasher movie. I think.
I thought the reboot was good. Scream 5. I liked that one a lot.
I don't like it. The Jason movies seem to be like the most culturally like relevant, but like I really don't think any of them are any good. And I rewatched all of them during COVID.
I remember that when you did a full series rewatch. They're all kind of the same movie, and a lot of them are just the same. It's the ones where like like the one where Jason comes back to life after getting struck by after like a fence rod gets struck by lightning and he's just a zombie. I like that one. That's probably my favorite one.
Yeah, the first couple are kind of the worst. Like
Yeah.
before he has the mask and stuff. Like the first one kind of sucks. And I think it's the end of the third one when he finally picks up a hockey mask and kind of becomes the character that we know. Alright, so that's slashers and sci-fi horror. What's your favorite psychological horror?
Hmm.
Oops.
What? Give me an example of a psychological horror movie.
Silence of the Lambs.
Hmm. You know, I really like does The Shining count as psychological horror or no? Because there's ghosts in that one, I guess.
Yeah, that's more of a ghost. That's more of a haunted house.
American Psycho is pretty good.
You know, I've never actually watched American Psycho.
Oh man, you should watch it.
I don't know why. I just never got around to it. I kind of know too much about it.
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in that movie that will surprise you. It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sharp movie.
Jason X is Jim's favorite psychological horror. Yep. I'm sure that's
Jason
true.
X, so bad. In my brain, like I know how different they are. Like I know they're different franchises, but for some reason, Jason X gets mixed up in my brain with Hellraiser 4, the one that's in space, all the time. Maybe because I don't know. Just maybe because it's like a horror franchise that's in space now, but parts of those movies are interchangeable to me. Silence of the Lambs is some good stuff. But I don't know. It's one of those movies that it's kind of like a boring answer. It's probably the correct answer, but it's kind of a boring one.
I would have a tough time naming more movies like that.
Like psychological horror movies?
Yeah.
Let's see what Google has to say. Memento, Jacob's Ladder,
Jacob's
Funny
Ladder.
Games. Yeah, the one with Tim Robbins. Tim Robbins? Not Tim Robinson, Tim Robbins.
I also don't think of Memento as a horror movie.
Yeah, me either, really. Google's pretty stupid. Donnie Darko?
I fucking hate Donnie Darko.
I watched that movie when I was in college like 100 times.
I remember renting that like on probably VHS and like just being like, this is what everybody's talking about? This piece of shit?
Yeah, Babadook. Yeah, Babadook. Owen said
Yes.
Hellraiser 4 was the first horror movie he saw in a theater. That sucks. Hellraiser 4 is pretty bad. But also, like, Adam Scott's first film appearance is in that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Before he played Uncle Ben?
Heck yeah.
Okay, favorite haunted house. Is it what you already said? Is it the obvious? Is it
The Shining.
The Shining?
Yeah, Shining is still to this day it's a movie that still scares the heck out of me. That's a scary movie, man.
I mean, it's a good movie. It's
Yeah.
Artie, I may have watched the extended cut of Donnie Darko. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
I have seen it's a director's cut of Donnie Darko. That's the one that actually makes sense in a way. The original cut of the movie it makes like 0 sense, but the director's cut includes these little interstitials that are cut from that book that they talk about in the movie about what's going on. It kind of frames up exactly what's happening, which is very helpful.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it a long time ago. I couldn't really say. feel like there's got to be a
First
character
Resident
here.
Evil is the best. First Resident Evil Mansion is the best haunted house. Yeah. I'm hoping that they do a full-on remake of the first Resident Evil like they did with 2 and 3. I think that would be pretty amazing. That rotting old lady ghost, super scary, man. Any scene with the ghosts in it is terrifying. Those ghosts are scary. I'm not usually like I don't like ghosts guy, but the ghosts in that movie are scary.
My favorite ghost horror movie, 13 Ghosts. I love that movie. With Tony Shalhoub.
They're making a 13 Ghost TV series, man.
That means nothing to me. That doesn't
What,
mean
a
it'll be
TV
good.
series based on your favorite ghost movie?
It won't be good.
Maybe it'll bring Matthew Lillard back, even though he died in the first one. Spoilers.
Really not into Matthew Lillard these days after watching... I used to be a big Matthew Lillard fan. But I don't know. I mean, he played Shaggy for a long time. That was boring. Obviously, I'm
You
not
didn't
a
like him in
child.
Five Nights at Freddy's?
No, that was. I was talking about that in the Discord today. That movie's fucking terrible. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know where the fuck to go from here.
There's only so many places you can go, right?
I've been to them all. Oh wait, there might be. Can I get over here? No.
I wasn't able to catch it because I think I was doing something, or I went to that fish fry. But they had a House on Haunted Hill, the one from '99, playing at the Alamo a couple Fridays ago.
I like that one a lot too, actually.
That one's not bad.
It's not great, but it's like a good horror. I think it's a good horror movie. It's not a fucking.
Yeah.
It's
That
not gonna
one
blow you
also
away.
got some pretty freaky ghosts in it. Owen said, "Go back to town. Talk to the guy on the boat."
I did talk to the guy on the boat, but okay, I'm going. I knew there had to be somebody here to talk to. Get out of my way, stupid.
Who's the boat? Oh.
Crimson Robbers. What's that mean?
Artie, I've never seen those See No Evil movies. They always just looked especially terrible. Also, is that the one with... Does Kane Hodder play the villain in that one?
I've never heard of See No Evil.
I think is... Oh, I was said go to the bar. I think that one, it's like a psycho guy who has like a hook on a chain and can hook you from far away, if I remember correctly.
So he has scorpion
trailer.
powers?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, you did it. Why are they asking you, telling you to scram?
No, I'm gonna hide.
Oh, See No Evil is a wrestler. But he has a hook on a chain or something, or am I just making that up? Is that in my mind palace? Yeah, it's a WWE movie.
Oh, yuck.
You ever seen the WWE Leprechaun movie?
I didn't.
With Hornswoggle as the Leprechaun.
Didn't the Flophouse have like an episode where the McElroy brothers took over and did that movie?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think
Did
so.
they do that?
I remember being really
Oh,
excited
that's a
about
bad-
that.
that's
and
a
it not
bad
being
movie.
Very good.
It's a bad movie.
I mean, all of the Leprechaun movies are bad movies.
Kane Hodder also played Jason? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Although I do think is it the most recent Leprechaun movie, the one that I think the Sci-Fi Channel did? That's like a direct sequel to the first one. Pretty good. I like that one a lot.
I find what you're saying
It's
very hard to believe.
It's way better than you think it's gonna be.
I mean, I'm just gonna say again, none of those movies are good. Though it is bizarre how many of those movies went to space.
Yeah.
Between
Leprechaun
Jason
went to
going
space. Freddy went to, or not Freddy.
Jason went to space.
Jason went to space. Pinhead went to space. I don't think Chucky went to space. At least not yet.
Do you have to go flirt with him? I'm gonna go flirt with him. Vanessa says I'm bad at the game because Vanessa's mean. She's right, but she's mean. Okay. They're all gonna tell me to scram again. Where's the leader?
Never heard of Binding the Marrow. That's interesting.
What if I'm this guy? Will he flirt with me now?
Owen said go back up and you should run into Edgar. Found it. Oh, but he's not doing anything? Or follow him, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I did miss some characters, huh? I didn't get to... Isn't there a Yeti in this game? His brother is with him. We would recognize him. I'll tell you what I saw on I saw on Hulu today that I've been meaning to watch. It's not Tombstone. Tombstone is on Hulu, which is I think maybe one of my favorite movies ever made. But what is the kind of horror movie with Kurt Russell? The horror western.
That is some Bone Tomahawk.
Yeah.
Bone Tomahawk is a brutal horror movie. That's like, should I be watching this violence?
I saw Tombstone on Hulu and was like, I'm going to rewatch that very soon. I love that movie.
You know, Hulu has some pretty good movies on it.
It's funny, actually. I was going through their catalog, and it very much felt to me like, here are people or franchises that are popular right now, and so we have movies that are kind of tangentially related to this, you know? Like, is there a new Mission Impossible movie? We've got the Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it. I like Hulu because it's got a bunch of shows. Like I feel like Hulu has more stuff that is like coming out right now, shows than anything. Like I signed into it because I want to watch Shogun.
Oh yeah.
But I still want to watch that new Justified thing. Like there's a lot of stuff that I.
Oh, I haven't finished that Justified City Primeval yet. I watched the first part of it in the late summer, and then I moved, and then never picked it back up again.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about it. because it was on Hulu, and every time I log out of, every time I stop watching Hulu, it logs me out, and it annoys the shit out of me. I have that, right? Cut that. Don't need any of that. Doesn't he
I am
have
going
the Diamond
to
Vest
go
on?
use the little boys' room. BRB.
Guess I did. Excuse you. Yeah, Hulu's pretty alright. It kind of sucks for me as like a service. I hate having to log back in and get the code, and like that stops me from signing into things. But it does have a bunch of stuff that I have been meaning to watch, so. Nobody has anything better. We're like at the end of this game and I can't buy like elixirs? Come on. Yep, Shogun the miniseries from the 80s is what I'm talking about, obviously. What else would I be talking about? I don't know if this is correct, but I did hear that Shogun series on Hulu, on FX, whatever it's on, is a limited series too, which I think is cool. Like that's I think that's cool. Like just like tell your story, you know? That Avatar: The Last Airbender show on Netflix, which I have not watched yet. I have not heard great things about, but will be checking out for myself. Okay. Actually, I guess I should save. Got picked up for 2 more seasons and that's it. Like, they're doing 3 seasons and that's it. And I kind of like that. Like, just fucking write a story, tell a story, the end. I don't need 200 seasons and where can we go from here? Because they always just get worse and worse and worse. Well, Jim, I'll tell you what. I don't know where the fuck to go from here, and I feel like it's too late to be looking at guides. Feels like a good stopping point. We'll pick this back up next week. Viewers, chat, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. It was good to chit-chat with everybody. It was nice to chit-chat with you, Jim. Check out the Square Roots podcast if you haven't done that, obviously. Like and subscribe to the stream. Like the video. That would help. I think I am in the process of uploading these videos to our regular channel and intend to switch this stream over to that maybe next week if I have the time to upload everything. Yes, Artie, I am bashing Heroes. Heroes was terrible. Heroes had like a really interesting first season and then instantly fell to shit.
That's true.
I mean, part of that was because of a strike, but it is what it is. Anyway, that's it for us. Thanks for joining us. And, drop a comment. Send us an email. SquareRootsPodcast@gmail.com. Obviously, I've got my little ticker at the bottom. Check out SquareRootsPod.com. Check out the podcast on any of your streaming apps. And we'll be back next week for Final Fantasy VI Part 8. Yeah. Bye.
Later, dudes.